The other day I made a rather insane claim, which is that the behavior rabbit hole is more fun and deeper than the Vim rabbit hole. And I know, it's wild. I'm Vimothee Chalamet of all the people to say that. And maybe that gives you some idea. So let me give some background on behavior, what it is, and why I think that. So I would call it personally like psychology meets math. It's like if those two had a child. And I'm not like kind of vibing that definition out. Like there is literal math in behavior. Like an equivalence class is a definition in behavior. And it describes pretty rigorously how people and animals and organisms in general behave and why. And well, it provides a framework of analysis. I describe on my other channel, The Vestibule, and I have live reading sessions of B.F. Skinner's work a bit more. So I won't go into the nitty gritty of how it actually works. I want to go into like why I'm so interested in it. So that's kind of the learning side of it. Like there's just so many deep connections to all different branches of science and philosophy within the work of Skinner, and it's like infinitely rabbit holeable. But in real life, the practical is what really gets me, right? Because Vim it's fun to learn all the commands, but you're doing it to be fast and snappy and show off, right? Behavior is exactly the same way. Like it's really cool to learn, and it has real practical implications in the real world, like seriously effective ones. So here's my example. This mentor, No, who got me into all of this, and is much, much better at the kind of positive reinforcement training of people, has changed me in a pretty remarkable way. So on the surface, you might be able to see like my demeanor and delivery is a little bit different. That's not really this super surprising and exciting thing to me. The exciting thing is almost with the exception of a couple of slips here and there, like all of my bad habits have been eliminated. And like that sounds like, oh, you don't want to be too streamlined, you don't want to lose your humanity, but the vices and the bad habits that today's world offers you, like the doom scrolling consumption of content and all the less savory things that I don't need to mention, like they are just not, they ruin your life, let's be honest. And getting those like just swept out from under you, like I've done all the kind of self-improvement stuff, all of it, from like the sloppiest, lowest tier shit, like Atomic Habits, all the way up to like paid professional therapy. Nothing has compared to having a behavior expert like modify my behavior. Like I didn't even do anything and just everything fell into place, and that blew me away. And I see it like kind of repeating, and no one is really nearly at the level of No yet. But lots of other people in the server are kind of experiencing this to smaller degrees. So we're using all the tactics of behavior, all positive reinforcement, to encourage the Discord server to be not like a typical Discord server. Like everyone in here is, I don't know, you should just go check it out. It's hard to describe even what's exactly going on, but so many people are picking up these tactics and kind of using them to encourage other people to thrive and grow and pick up good habits. And then I also wanted to address a conversation the other day where I got called out for being a little too fanatical about behaviorism, which is fair because I am not super well read in behavior at all yet. And yeah, it's not good to just like have a cult-like devotion to something without hearing its criticisms, because behaviorism is relatively early in the field. It does have criticisms, but it's the first stepping stone in behavior. It is not the end-all be-all of the field. So yeah, I was just like making some, I don't know, I'm very excited, I'm very enthusiastic, because it's like, wow, this toolkit is like Vim, but for real life. Like I can edit how I behave, I can edit how other people behave, and with great power comes great responsibility, and you can only do that in good ways. And I'll talk about that more in the future, the kind of the dark side of these skills. But the fact that I could like cure my vices in a mathematical, scientific way. And the behavior people I know have journals that keep track of every like kind of decision, and it's very scientific. They do like trials on how things can be changed. It just like blew me away that there was a mathematical framework for all of this stuff. And it's like our community of like freakish optimizers is constantly looking at this stuff, like how do we make it 2% faster? To just have this like real life shattering toolkit is just unreal. That's partially why I'm so excited. The other thing is So I'm not really exactly, I wouldn't say I'm religious nominally. A mentor has told me I'm quite like Christian just because I grew up surrounded by Christian influence. I'm also not really Buddhist, but I really like the ideas of it. And basically, I heard him say, and I kind of switched my modus operandi from like money maxing to just mirth and love maxing. And that's, God, fucking hate our language. Anyway, like I've heard God is love before, and that's, if there was a God, that's what I would believe it is, because behavior backs that up in a way that's pretty remarkable. So it gives us the framework to understand kind of why people do things. And the next question is, okay, how do we best encourage people to do things? And a naive approach is to like punish them, and if they don't do it, if they don't like do what you want, whip them. Does not work very well at all, because they hate you and they will rebel. The much better way is to reward and encourage people who are doing the things you want to see. And it's, you see them thrive, and you see them, like, it's not really manipulation because they know it's going on. And this is what we're getting into on the server, just like a battle of kindness and compliments and helping each other. And like, you know, someone's using positive reinforcement on you, but you're like, oh, you sneaky dog, you're being nice to me. Damn it. Oh, I can't help but be nice to you back. It is really wholesome. And it basically is like love maxing, and I did it again, god damn it. Just love thy neighbor maxing. I like that better. Just turns out to be the optimal way to leverage behavior to interact with people and yourself. Like feeling love for yourself and proud of yourself and your own achievements, and for other people and helping them, just like makes everything good. And behavior like backs that up with math and equivalence classes. And like, dude, that's so awesome that like spirituality has like a scientific basis for, well, I don't know, I'm not like a theologian at all, but it's like they just line up so well. It's like, it is kind of spiritual that like, okay, we rigorized it to the point of like, I don't believe that stuff is non-falsifiable. And it's like, well, yeah, bro, actually we falsified it all. And yeah, you still gotta love thy neighbor. That's still optimal. It's just, it like, come on, that's pretty fucking awesome. And yeah, anyway, I was kind of called out for that a little bit, but I'm totally okay with that. Like, as someone else said, the youthful enthusiasm and excitement is maybe worth the kind of delusion of I'm possibly getting Dunning-Krugered a little bit, you know, by behavior. I'm nowhere near like the level of operator No is, where he can like carry out complex behavioral interventions on people. And I don't think it's wise to really attempt that, but I've seen in my own life, like, my family dynamics have improved dramatically because I was just able to mediate better. That's also due to like new leadership skills I've developed, like modeling empathy and other kind of stuff from Brene Brown. But just encouraging people instead of criticizing them across the board has made all of my interpersonal relationships like much more successful. It's also made me much happier, much more productive, much more calm. It's like, the reason I'm so excited about all of this stuff is I am observing like the fruits of my labor in real time every day. It's like blowing me away how just knowing a few behavioral tactics and applying kindness and like love tactfully is just working really well. In terms of Vim content and stuff and software, I'm still going to have it on the channel. I still want to remain pretty technical, but as I'm kind of more interested in leadership and yeah, just being like more on the people side of things, you might hear some more behavioral stuff. And I think it's very important for technical people to understand those things, even if they are not kind of the ones applying them to, like, they're not applying 20 different kind of behavioral schemes to all the people around them at all times. The reason for this is I heard, and this blew me away, one of my first mentors saying he was working at a startup, right? He got really burned out. It was really brutal and tough. And he would go to his CEO, and the CEO would basically cure his burnout. And I was like, how is that possible? How can people actually do that? And it finally opened my eyes to like the leadership people aren't just like useless, and like technical people kind of think that, but this skill set to understand human emotion, human interaction, all that kind of stuff, and tap into it and help people grow and thrive is extremely important for the success of an organization. Obviously, you need technical talent as well. You can't all be like kind of behavioral leadership people, but if you are interested, the world needs leaders really bad, and it needs leaders that have scientific bases and kind of apply that Vim optimizer mindset to personal relationships. Yeah, I'll leave you with that.